Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. I've just got back from a holiday in Tenerife and I've just made a quick video of the charter I went on whilst I was there. So I decided to go with no limits fishing in south of Tenerife, in Porto Colon. I went from 9 AM till 1 PM, 4-hour session mixed with bottom fishing and trawling for the big boys. You can see here as you pull out the docks, stunning Mount Teide National Park behind us, which I went up as well. That was a good trip. All volcanic up there, and stargazing I really recommend if you go. The canopy is amazing. You can see the Milky Way and shooting stars and stuff.
Man, it's better here. See? Here we go. Oh, sir. This is good for bait. Which bait? This one no problem. But I want fish very similar to here. 3 spikes. Yeah. Poison. This one no problem.
So, take a picture.
Okay, you guys. Esto is good for bait. Yeah.
So as you can see, I was lucky enough to catch the first fish. We started off a couple of hours drifting the boat, dropping these baited feathers down with squid, and we were catching lizard fish, as you can see in the videos now, and the captain decided we'd use the lizard fish as bait, which is better than frozen squid. It's always nice to catch something, but unfortunately doing this baiting method we only managed to catch lizard fish. So that was a bit gutting really, as there's so much more variety off the coast of Tenerife, like little groupers, just lots of different varieties you can catch, parrotfish. But yeah, we just ended up with these lizard fish, fishing off the bottom. Then the captain decided we'd move on to trolling, which is where the big excitement was, because that's where your chances of getting tuna, marlin, barracuda, wahoo, mahi. Yeah, so this was a lizard fish, quite pretty. It's like a giant weaver fish, but it hasn't got the spikes. So we started trolling then, and here's the setup. There's about 7 rods out, all different lures, some little squid jelly things, big plugs, some surface lures at the back. And I just have to pay kudos to the captain of how he's managed to get all those lines out, different depths, lengths, distances, and to avoid tangles. It was pretty impressive to see. It's just an example of the equipment. Some of the plugs are giant plugs. That one there, the movement on that was absolutely amazing. When we reeled it in, it was just scattering like a panicked fish. It looked really good. And you can see the damage that's been done on that one, because it's had a lot of fish on that lure, he said. Here's just the picture I made on Google Earth of the trolling path we did. Came out of Costa Rica, went out a bit, and then came all the way down the coast to the south of the island. And notice there's a cross on this map, and that's about the area where we had the bite. So yeah, it was after a good while of trolling all the way down, then all of a sudden the reel starts screaming. So we were like so excited, but in the pandemonium of it all, me and the other fella that were on the trip started reeling in the other lines, because the captain did say before we sailed, if any of those big rods go when we're trolling, make sure you bring the other rods in as well, because obviously to avoid the fish swimming over the lines, tangling everything up. Where initially I started reeling in one of the rods, the other guy started reeling the other, then the captain jumped down quickly and trying to make our mind up who was going to take the fish rod. So in those vital little seconds, I think the fish must have swam towards the boat with the lure and got himself off. On reflection, one of us should have just got on the fish rod straight away when it started taking the line, and kept that tight. And I feel like we'd have probably had a much better chance of bringing it in, and without the fish trying to split the hook, which is a shame, because we don't know what it was. It was the smallest lure that we were trolling, but could have been a small tuna, medium tuna, a large barracuda. And that was our only bit of action on the trolling rods for the rest of the day, which is unfortunate. There was a bait ball a bit closer to Costa Rica by the time we got back up, and I'm sure a large fish jumped behind our surface lure, but yeah, we just couldn't get anything to connect. And this was our captain Jesus. He was really good, really caring for us, the customers, and wanted us to get on the fish. And he seemed really genuine when we got back to port and apologetic that we didn't get any fish. He was really gutted, but obviously it wasn't his fault, it's fishing and that can happen. So I wanted to go out again later in the week with these guys, but unfortunately we were all booked up so I had to come home. And the other charters, I couldn't get a booking on them either. It's quite a busy business in Tenerife. But there's always next time. And yeah, I'd really recommend these guys. If you're down the south of Tenerife or on the west coast, near Porto Colon, look these up on TripAdvisor, No Limits Fishing in Tenerife, and have a go with them, because I was impressed. Bit of bonus footage for you here, guys. We walked down to the harbour to do a recce to find the boat for the next morning, and I couldn't believe it. Look at these bass in here now with all these different fish, and they were feeding on dog biscuits. Here we come. Look at this one, come up now and get that. And it was a good size too. I've done a slow-mo here for you. Amazing, you know, they were so docile, and yeah, they were feeding on dog biscuits, which is quite funny. There's loads of little exotic fish down there, but me, being from the UK and into bass fishing, I was so captivated by them. You just see them here, just casually going by. You almost forget bass is a Mediterranean fish, comes all the way down, so it's, you know, it's right that they're here. But it's just bizarre for me. I couldn't believe when I seen them. I was like a kid, especially the way they were behaving, eating these dog biscuits.
Just in this part out here.
And in my next video in a couple of days, I've actually got snorkeling footage off the beach by my hotel where I was swimming with 2 bass, which again was a great experience. So keep an eye out for my next video. It's going to be a snorkeling one, a little bit different from fishing, but still interesting. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Sorry I couldn't get obviously better footage of the trolling trip. It was my partner recording it all. I was too into the fishing, and it'd have been good to get the bite on the camera when the reel was screaming. It reminded me of Jaws when it takes Quint's line and it's all crazy, but yeah. Still enjoyed the experience. And further around in the harbour as well, there was a huge shoal of mullet, which people were feeding bread, as you can see here. Yeah, so grey mullet down here as well. There are thousands of them, which is really cool to see. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And keep an eye out for that small snorkeling video I've done. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.